Okay, so today's opener is going to be a quick review of what we discussed yesterday in 6.4 notes, which was solving solutions by graphing. What we're going to do, it says to graph the equations in the coordinate plane. Then after we graph them, we're going to determine what the solution is going to be of the system, okay? So when we're looking at these equations, what type of form is it written in? So what is this written in here? What type of form is that written in?
Y equals mx plus b.
Yeah, slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So that means the first thing I'm going to do is look at my first equation, and I'm going to graph it. So I'm going to start by graphing my y-intercept. What is my y-intercept here? What's my y-intercept? Positive 2. Then from there, I graph my slope. My slope is rise over run. So what's my slope going to be from that y-intercept?
2.
Over. So up 2, then over 1. Okay? And remember, I want 3 points. So the next, I can either go back to my y-intercept and do the opposite and go down 2 over 1.
Down. Yeah.
Or I can just keep going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. But you want to at least have 3 points plotted on your worksheet. And then draw a nice straight line. It's really hard for me to draw straight lines on this, where they go through all my points here. Okay. Let's take a look at our second equation. What is the y-intercept here? -1. So I start at my origin, and which direction do I go? Down 1. And then from there, I graph my slope. What's my slope?
Up 1.
1.
Up.
Up 1 over 1.
Perfect, U3.
Down 1 over 1.
So I go back to my y-intercept, down 1 over 1. And I
That's
graph my line.
And it's parallel.
No, not parallel.
They cross.
Where do they actually intercept?
It's like the negative 5.
Well, I thought
No,
it
it's
was
it's
Negative 4.5?
negative 4 over negative.
What do you guys think? I think more like right here, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's
What does it look like on yours? Does it look like that on yours as well?
Mine's different.
Mine kind of goes to the negative 5.
Look at mine.
To -5? Did I not? Well, here, let me see if my line's... Here, my line might not be that great. Here, let me
Mine's
try.
-3 over -4.
Let me see it.
It's the exact same thing, but just like.
See, it should look like this.
Yeah, I know, but it looks like this for me. I know.
See, for me, it crosses with the negative 5.
So I have right there.
Yeah, see, negative 5.
I have that's a -6.
Okay, so, yeah, that's negative 6. Okay.
Okay, so what's my x value? What's my x value of where they intersect? -6. And what's my y value? Or sorry, what's my x value, guys? What's my x value?
1 over 1.
Goes down to what?
Negative 6.
So my x value is what?
4, 5.
-5. And what's my y value?
Negative 6.
And then that's going to be the solution. Okay?
Like, I get how you got that last one. Like, my thing is, like, I don't get how you did that.
How do you
How I
feel about this game?
Good.
I mean, like dress up.
Oh, I didn't really know what to dress up on. I'm recording, so we'll talk about it in just a minute. Okay, let's look at the back side. Ooh, what's wrong with these? So I have these equations, and it tells me to graph them, but I can't graph them yet. Why can't I graph them yet? Toby?
The Y's are not by themselves.
Yeah, the y needs to be by itself in order to be in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to take my first equation, and I am going to solve for y in order to get the y by itself. So the first thing I do in order to get the y by itself is what?
Box the variables.
Do what?
Box the variables.
Okay, I circle the variable. So I want to get the y here by itself. So what am I going to get rid of first in order to get that y by itself, Logan?
Negative 2x on both sides.
Nice, good. Now, can I take 6 minus 2x?
No.
No, because they're not like terms. So what am I going to bring down first?
The negative 2x.
And then I bring down the 6. And because the 6 is a positive, I'm going to bring down a plus 6. All right? The y is almost by itself, but not quite. So what do I get rid of next? Divide by 2. Okay. So what's negative 2x divided by 2?
Negative 1.
Negative 1
X.
x. And then 6 divided by 2?
3.
Good. Okay. So I can go ahead and graph that. So what's my y? Because now I have the y by itself, which Toby said we need to do. And I have y equals mx plus b. My b is my 3. So my y-intercept is 3. So I start at the origin. Which direction do I go? Up 3. And then my slope is going to be, from my y-intercept, I find the slope. So what do? Down 1, over to the right 1. Then I go back to my y-intercept, up 1, to the left 1. Now I'm ready to graph my line. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. So now our next equation is 4x minus 6y minus 12. So we're going to have to do the same thing in order to get the y by itself. Okay? What do I get rid of first?
Your 6.
Not.
Negative 4.
Yeah, get rid of that 4x first. Can I take 12 minus 4x?
No.
Nope, because they're not like terms. So I'm going to write what first?
Negative. The negative 4x.
Then what do I get rid of?
Divided by 6.
What type of 6 is that?
Negative.
Take that negative with it. That's right. So y is going to equal. Now, negative 4x divided by negative 6. Well, we know that these two negatives are going to equal a. Okay. Then can I take 4 and divide it by 6?
No.
I can, but I'm going to get a decimal, so I'm not going to. I'm going to put it as a fraction, but it needs to be in simplest form. 4/6 simplified is what?
2
2/3. And what's my variable?
x.
Okay. Now I'm going to look at 12 divided by negative 6. What's 12 divided by negative 6?
2.
What kind of 2?
Negative.
There you go. So now I have it in slope-intercept form. My y-intercept is?
Negative 2.
So I go down from the origin, and then my slope,
Go up 2 over 3.
okay? And then
Down 2 over 3.
graph your line. And this one's pretty easy where they'll intercept, right? So the solution to this system is what? Remember, our solution is an ordered pair. So what's the solution? What's my x value? So I start at the origin,
Negative.
and I count over to find my x. So what's my x?
Negative 3.
Now, I counted to the right? So I started at my origin, I went, so positive 3, and then my y.
0.
Yeah, because I didn't go up or down. Good.